Welcome to lectures and interviews about leadership for sustainability. I'm Bruce Hull.
Let's say you knew how to mitigate climate change, only it required complete government control over all businesses and all parts of the economy. Or let's say you knew how to end world hunger and malnutrition, only it required you giving agribusiness freedom to move wherever it wanted and operate without any government oversight or regulation. Some people would object, wouldn't they? They would agree with the outcomes, climate mitigation, ending world hunger, but they would object to the strategy, to the how. The cure, they say, is worse than the disease. This is another section of interpreting your value diagnostic and helping you become a better leader, more influential, be able to listen to others and to explain yourself. Here we focus on the how, the values and assumptions and biases embedded in how sustainability is accomplished. Let's dive right in. In the example I just gave you, we compared two of the main strategies. One is market business, the other is government regulation. And these are deeply divisive issues. As you can see from these poll numbers, they're almost mirror images of each other. The people that agree with and support market-based solutions often disagree with government-based solutions. I think this is one of the most misunderstood values. Even if people agree on what to sustain and why to sustain it and who benefits from sustaining it, they'll disagree on the how. And this will lead to negotiation train wrecks. Some people don't trust government. They feel that the government regulation is going to destroy business. It's going to be bad for the economy. It's going to weaken the country. It's going to jeopardize democracy and capitalism and national security, and will do anything to prevent that. Other people don't trust business. They see business being exploitive, damaging the environment, not paying for externalities, harming employees, or not respecting employee rights. The tension between these two is profound. Many of the differences divide by party, political party in the US. Democrat, progressive, liberal side of the equation, more tolerant of government intervention in economic activities. Whereas the right side of the political parties, the Republicans, the conservatives, libertarians, are less tolerant of government regulation and more confident in business and market forces. I want to talk about one other strategy, and this is an exception where there tends to be a lot of agreement, as you can see from the poll numbers here. Most people agree that it's okay to use education or information to help people decide, help consumers and citizens decide how to act sustainably. Unfortunately, it's a hollow agreement. The strategy rarely works. So people are agreeing on something that's ineffective. Let me explain. There's a theory or assumption that people just need more information. And if somehow we inject that information, they will make better decisions, whatever better is. And I say with considerable regret, because I'm a professional educator who has spent most of my life injecting information, giving lectures, helping people understand the world. I say with regret that information rarely changes behavior. Instead, we need leadership, behavior change strategies. We need some of the things that we're going to be talking about later in this program. So even though people may agree on this as a strategy, it's a hollow agreement because it's an ineffective strategy. We really do need to find ways to modify governance and market forces. And that requires leadership. So just to wrap up this section, I want to remind you of the journey. We've been talking about why and what and how sustainability occurs and some of the values and assumptions and differences there are among people. And the first goal here is to help you recognize that you have values and assumptions, help build your self-awareness, climb up that rung, and hopefully you'll be able to find some friends, some colleagues, some family members who have the similar set of values as you, and then explain yourself to them, listen to what they have to say, buffer, become confident in your language and feelings and values and assumptions. Then go out and engage others. Recognize that they're different. They're not wrong, they're just different. Okay? Then you have to begin the hard work, which is to listen, actively listen, try to understand what they have to say and understand their value systems, biases, and assumptions. And if you're lucky, if you listen well enough, they may actually ask you what you think. And then that's where the negotiation and higher ground is found. But that's the real work, is to move up this ladder towards the synergy, towards the higher ground, towards overcoming, utilizing the differences to find solutions to sustainable development.